Hello, today we'll see some gadgets to buy with a low budget. The first one is the LensCase carbon fiber case. Looking for a do-it-all photography lens kit to unleash your creativity for your iPhone 13 series? LensCase is a 5-in-1 carbon fiber phone case that combines macro lenses, telephoto lens, corporal filter and fisheye lens, to give your iPhone DSLR camera capabilities. LensCase enables iPhone 13 users to capture all the beautiful details of life with precision focus for macro and more, elevating your iPhone photography with stunning and captivating images. Second one is LaCie Portable SSD. The LaCie Portable SSD is a nice-looking 2 TB portable solid-state drive that comes with a free data recovery service from Seagate, a generous 3-year warranty but also a rather steep price tag for what it offers, which is USB 3.2 Gen 2 speeds and nothing more. That said, some might argue that the data recovery service alone is worth it, something that's unique amongst mainstream solid-state drive vendors, although other less stylish Seagate products, like the OneTouch, opens a new tab, have the same feature. The third one is LifePod. It's waterproof, water-resistant. Vaultek uses a rubber gasket seal on the inside of the case with 2 compression latches that act as a clamp on the sides, preventing any water from getting in, making this perfect for kayaking, paddleboarding or any other water sports where you wouldn't want to get things like your ID, passport, phone and cash wet. Often when I'm traveling to other countries like Thailand or Belize, half the reason I'm going is to enjoy the water activities, and typically they require a form of identification to rent anything with a motor. My biggest concern is always that I'm going to lose or damage my phone and passport. Imagine cruising on a jet ski and your passport flies out of your pants and into the Caribbean. Bam, whole trip ruined. Well, not anymore. Just lock it in your LifePod, tether it to the jet ski and voila, you're good to go. It has a battery-operated electronic lock that is also water-resistant. This feature is just so cool. Typically you're stuck dealing with a key or a tumbler lock which has zero water resistance. The LifePod's electronic locking system is just bitchin', and I love the idea that my security case actually has some security. I'm sure with enough time someone could break into it by force fairly easily, but if I have this tethered to a pole while I'm out surfing, at least I'm giving myself a fighting chance. The average burglar just wants to smash and grab, so if I can add an extra layer there, I'm happy. It's TSA approved and can fit a handgun. Most TSA approved safes are way too bulky or way too cheap. The LifePod is that perfect size right in the middle, light enough to travel but secure enough to be taken seriously, and in my humble opinion, I really don't think anyone would think this is a handgun safe. In fact, at first glance, I would think it's a tablet or some new Apple product. It may be 2 pounds, but it's tough. The case itself is made from a strong proprietary polymer which allows it to stay light but still has an extremely high impact resistance. The key lock can be disabled. The biggest issue most people have with key override locks is how easy they are to pick. Instead of just telling everyone to go **** themselves and deal with it, Vaultek ingeniously added an ability to disable the key locking portion of the safe so that only the electronics need to be used. But what if the battery dies, you ask? They even added a micro USB slot to provide power to the electronics in the event the battery dies, which on average lasts up to 1 year. Genius. For what it is, the Vaultek LifePod is by far the best travel security case I've seen yet. Its several innovative features, awesome design and lightweight construction make this a 5-star product in my book, and at only $99, this would be the perfect present for a college student, traveler or handgun owner. Great job Vaultek, you killed it. Another one gadget is Ozobot Evo. The tiny, adorable Ozobot Evo, $99, is the best small robot you can buy for younger kids. There's a surprising amount of fun and functionality packed into its shell, which isn't much larger than a Hershey's Kiss. It features 3 different ways to code, a nascent social network, and even some Marvel superhero tie-ins. Ozobot isn't as well known as Sphero, a larger robot toy that has a great audience in schools thanks to its well-developed lesson plans and education support. But the Evo's portability and unique interactivity with paper and markers make it a better buy for individual kids, and our editor's choice. The Ozobot Evo is a tiny, hemispherical robot, about 1.25 inches in diameter, that comes in white or black. You can dress it up with rubbery covers called Oso skins, which my daughter and I call hats. There are a wide range of Oso skins, and it seems to be random which one you get. The coolest Oso skins are the Marvel superheroes, which will be available in December. Right now, they're just busts of Captain America and Iron Man, for $30 each. Hulk, Black Widow, and Ultron are coming in the future. The skins promise new interactions and missions, for more structured play than you get with the default Ozobot. The bot also comes with 4 colored markers, a cardboard, playfield, a micro USB charging cable, and a little pouch. The Evo is smaller than competitors like Sphero and Wonder Dash, opens in a new window, and I've found that to be a plus. It's much more compatible with scenarios built from Lego and Playmobil, rather than crushing them like a clumsy kaiju monster. The Evo has an array of 5 lights on the front and 1 on the top, and they can change colors on demand. It also makes an array of little chittering noises. It has front and rear infrared proximity sensors, and a color sensor on the bottom that lets it detect the color of surfaces it's traveling over. It charges via USB. I got about 20 minutes of playtime on a 15-minute charge. Because the Ozobot is so tiny, I'm a little concerned about durability. We got 2 Evo units, and after unleashing one at a party, one wheel locked up. I think it might have caught a crumb in it. The robot does not look easily repairable, and the warranty is only for manufacturer defects. Ozobot's original idea was that it codes by following colored lines on paper, called OsoCodes. That's brilliant, because it brings coding from the virtual world into the physical one, and I found that it engages kids as young as 6. There's something great about a bunch of kids scuttling around on a giant piece of butcher paper with Crayola markers coloring out little dashed codes that reflect various changes in speed, direction, tricks, and even point counters for challenges. The Evo comes with various challenges to teach OsoCodes, usually by letting kids fill in the codes to let the robot navigate mazes. You don't need to use the playfield, it will work on any white surface that you draw on. The Ozobot Bit, the second generation, brought in Ozoblockly, which is a visual block language like Google Blockly, opens in a new window, or MIT Scratch, opens in a new window. I'm teaching Scratch to my 10-year-old right now. It lets you introduce loops, variables, light and sound changes, and sensor detection to your program. You're still basically following colored patches on paper, though, because the Ozobot's color sensor faces down. Uploading Ozoblockly programs is much easier with the Evo than it was with the Bit. The Bit required that you hold the robot up to your screen, which was very temperamental, while the Evo just beams the programs over through Bluetooth. The robot can only hold one program at a time, though. The Ozoblockly web interface offers some examples and challenges, but the library of pre-written code and lessons isn't as rich as Sphero's. You'll have to build your own fun. The Evo is the 3rd generation Ozobot, and adds a 3rd way to program the robot. What's new here is a pure remote control app, which most kids love but is the least educational approach. Kids can drive the robot around and control all the sounds and lights with the app. My daughter actually doesn't like this. She said she doesn't want the Evo to be yet another remote control toy. Still, the remote control lets you record macros. There's a button in the app that lets you record actions, hit stop, then play it over again, and yes, macros are programming. The remote control app also lets you make friends with other Ozobot owners, and then, when you're apart, if both sets of robots are on and connected, send sequences of actions to them. It's a cute, unique way for faraway friends to share some playtime. That was the today video. Subscribe and comment if you liked it. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for the vision.